Hello friends, and welcome to our weekly chat. I seem to have this opportunity to just to be with you and to we together make this journey in our Lord. I'm actually coming to you today from inside the priest's residence at the cathedral. It's where I live myself, and something that I get to see on a very regular basis is this extraordinarily beautiful and powerful image of Christ crucified. It's painted by one of our better known Australian artists, Eric John Smith. He actually was born in Brunswick and lived here in Melbourne all his life, but was a very gifted painter, particularly of portraitures. And he won, for instance, the Archibald Prize 3 times. He won the Blake Prize for Religious Art 6 times. And this particular image, which he painted in 1948, is a beautiful example of his works. And just if you take a moment while I'm speaking just to have a look at this lovely image, it captures something of the Jewishness, the Jewish face of Jesus. And I think that's just tremendously beautiful. The sense of his delicacy in his moment of dying, and the giving up of himself, the exposure of himself to all the world. And I think that's a significant image for us right now, as we've entered into this deeper period of restrictions, particularly in the city of Melbourne itself and the surrounds, that in a sense our lives are becoming a little bit more hidden, aren't they? That our ways of being, we cover our faces now with masks, and we're unable in a sense to see one another as we might have in the past. And it reveals, I think, something of the fragility of where perhaps we are all at the moment, in that movement towards being covered, of a hiddenness of ourselves. It draws me immediately to the way in which Jesus more and more fully revealed himself. And I think we need to hold on to that ways in this time in which we're going through. In our own fragility, we can look to the fragility of Jesus, the way that he gave up himself, showed himself to the world in the depths of his love on the cross. So how might we do this? How might we be revealers of Jesus at this moment as well? I think one way, very simple, learn to smile with our eyes and maybe our eyebrows. We're going to have our mouths and noses covered when we're in the presence of one another, but we can show nonetheless our sense of warmth and outreach to one another with the gestures of our eyes, with the other gestures of our bodies, of showing to others, while not physically contacting others, the opportunity to say, yes, I acknowledge you. Yes, you are important to me. Yes, may my affection and love be present for you. So these are ways in which we can each engage with one another, and to receive those eye smiles. I think they're really important. They certainly do something for my heart when that happens. And I hope also for you that you might receive these moments from others, and that we might each individually be witnesses to that for others. So as we continue in this time of serious lockdown, once again I encourage you to do all you can for the good of your neighbour, to do the things that we need to do. If we get a bit sick, immediately get ourselves tested. Be away from others so that they might not be exposed. And of course, doing all that we can in our prayer and in our support for one another. So as Eric John Smith painted this image of the Lord, who showed himself in all of his love in his most vulnerable moment. May we find those ways of both loving one another and being loved by one another in the Lord. Until next week.